Suzuki RaceSafe is the official medical team for the Australian Motocross Championships, and our introduction originally to motorcycle racing was through the Australian Superbike Championships, and then 4 or 5 years ago we got invited to come along and provide medical services for Supercross, and now in turn the WM series for the Australian Motocross Championships.
Awesome. What can you go through, what can you expect to go through on a average weekend?
A little bit of background about Suzuki RaceSafe. So the medical team are all volunteer doctors, orthopaedic surgeons, intensive care paramedics and physios, and support staff. So they volunteer their time. They're all medical professionals who spend their weeks doing their normal jobs and come along to the track on the weekend to look after the riders. And during the course of the day, obviously when the riders get injured, we bring them back here to this mobile medical facility, which has been built with thanks to Suzuki, who have made this possible, and our support sponsors, and obviously we can provide care to the injured riders depending on what's wrong with them.
What's the sort of the scope that you can do, scope of things that you can do here?
Basically, we can provide care for the riders from the most minor sports medicine injury, which, ice packs, strapping, physiotherapy, right through to full emergency resuscitation. So what you see in the background behind you basically is the equivalent to a mobile hospital, a mobile emergency department. Everything that you see at a hospital facility is basically in this vehicle, with the exception of X-ray. So we can provide full emergency resuscitation, keep a rider alive, stabilise them, and then arrange for them to get off to hospital via ambulance or helicopter, depending on what's wrong with them. So there's very little that we can do here that we can't do here on site. In the course of a day, we're likely to see between 30 and 40 riders come through this facility. As I said, everything from minor injuries, guys looking for some assistance to keep on the bike, through to the more serious injuries, obviously people breaking bones and knocking themselves out, that sort of stuff. The good thing is that we are able to get about 80% of the riders back onto the bike and riding again that day. And that's ultimately our number one goal around here at Suzuki RaceSafe, is to keep the riders out there racing. And many of the riders have used the facility over the number of years now, and they very much understand that we're here to keep them riding and keep them out there and keep them safe. And in the times where their injuries are more severe and more serious, then obviously we want to provide them the very best elite care. And the program we run is very much an international standard for motorcycle racing medical services, equivalent to anything around the world. And providing that level of care here for the riders is appropriate, because Australia produces international champions and riders that go overseas to do international stuff. So we've got to look after the guys here at the beginnings of their career and through our national championship. It's an important role that we take on, and thanks to Suzuki and our other support sponsors that make it possible.